Hey guys, welcome back. I have a feeling that today's manga haul is going to be pretty long because I'm going to be unboxing all of the packages that I received while I was out on vacation. These are all of the boxes that from Rightstuf only, so there are a few Blu-rays in here. So for today, I'll only be showing the manga, and then I'll be making a separate video for the Blu-rays, which will be released on Tuesday, hopefully. I've been releasing my videos a little bit late this week. Also, for those of you who aren't aware, Rightstuf has started their Rightstuf birthday sale. They have a bunch of awesome sales right now. Most of the Viz Media is going for like 45% off, which is the most I think I've ever seen off on manga. So Viz Media titles are going for like $5.49, I believe, which is the crazy deal. So yeah, you guys should definitely be taking advantage of those sales. Make sure to use the affiliate links down below because we're close to another Rightstuf gift card giveaway. I am doing a giveaway anytime I reach $50 worth of affiliate money. So I really want to get there in this month so that I can give out gift cards that you guys can use on the birthday sale. So yeah, please remember to use the links down below. And with that said, let me clear out the table and we'll get started with the manga haul. Alright, so today I'll start off with the smaller packages and I'll work myself up to the big packages. I have one of the really big packages, so we'll get to that one at the end. But for now, let's get this one open. This actually feels like a Blu-ray. And it is, so I'm gonna keep this one closed and I'll show this off on Tuesday's video. Next up, we have another one of these smaller packages, and I have a feeling this one's a Blu-ray too, but won't find out until I open this up. So let's open it up because if it is a manga, it needs to be in this video. So let's open it up. All right, so I was right. It's another Blu-ray. So again, let's keep that one closed. All right, third box. I'm pretty sure we'll get some manga in here. So let's open it up and find out. Yeah, so we got some manga in here. Ooh, and it looks like we finally got Horimiya volumes 1 through 5. So we have 1, 4, and 5 here. 2 and 3. So yes, finally. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got these from the birthday sale last year. So it's crazy that I'm finally getting them now, 1 year later. Horimiya volumes 1 through 5. So at this point, I have heard mixed things of Horimiya. Some people say it's good, other people say it's pretty mid. So I finally have volumes 1 through 5. I think I have everything else already. So now I can finally get started and I guess make up my own opinion whether I like this series or not. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at these covers. The spines are beautiful. I always like how these spines look. They look pretty colorful, pretty nice. But let's take a look at the covers. Which I actually remember now. I'm not the biggest fan of these covers. They kind of just feature different characters. But here's volume 1. I'm assuming these two are the main characters. Volume 2. And then the rest of these covers are just going to be a bunch of different side characters. I've heard that this kind of suffers from having too many characters, and from these covers I'd have to agree, like every cover features a new characters. So here's volume 3, volume 4, and volume 5. So yeah, I think every one of these had a different character. So wow, that's crazy. We'll see how I do trying to remember everyone's names because I'm really bad with names. But yeah, this is Horimiya volumes 1 through 5. Let's go ahead and get into the next package. All right, we got another one of these. We have one more of these, and then we'll get into kind of a bigger box. So the first thing here on the top is My Dress Up Darling, volume 4. This is one I haven't started yet, but I've actually heard pretty decent things about this one. It is mature, as you guys can see. It is covered in plastic, but that's all right. Let me get this one opened up and we can see some of the artwork inside, which again, I can't remember if I've shown it to you guys in the past before. So we'll do it again right now if I have. All right, so here's the front, pretty okay cover. And then going inside, here's what the artwork looks like inside. So pretty good, not bad. And I've turned through a bunch of pages, and this is a lot more tame than some of the older teen stuff that I have. So yeah, it is mature, but there's not too much lewd or ecchi stuff in here. So yeah, need to get started on this one. Next up, let's see what else we have in here. Ooh, nice. So I got my second omnibus of Shaman King. So here's volume 2, or omnibus 2. The cover looks pretty nice. Ooh, and the spines does make an image as they continue. So let me go ahead and bring volume 1 or omnibus 1, and let's see how this image is progressing. All right, so here's omnibus 1, and I don't know how I feel about the different colors. I kind of wish they would have kept one color on the spines at least, just so that it looks more uniform, but I don't know, that's just my opinion. Maybe once we get more images, it will look pretty cool with different colors, but for now, it looks a little odd to me. Also, they don't quite sit flush next to each other, so there is a gap in between the images here, which does look a little weird, but yeah. Other than that, pretty cool edition here. I've never read Shaman King or seen the older anime. I know I just recently got a new adaptation for the anime. Haven't seen that either, so I think I'm gonna start off with the manga. These are pretty thick also, man. So I guess, yeah, they have 3 volumes in here, so yeah, they are gonna be pretty thick. And just going inside, here's some of the artwork. So it is kind of like an older series, and you can kind of tell from the artwork, but still looks pretty good, so excited to get into this one. And then the last thing that was in that box that I just opened up is this other omnibus. This is for Real Account. It contains volumes 12, 13, and 14. And this is the only omnibus that I've seen do this where, actually no, that I'm lying, because I think Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches also does this, where they make the spines look like 3 individual volumes, which actually does look pretty good on the shelf, because I think this series started off with single volumes, and then towards the end of the series, they started to do omnibuses. So I guess they do this to make it look uniform on the shelf. And it does a pretty good job, because on the shelf, it definitely does look like they are separate volumes. So pretty cool there. But Real Account, man, this series, I did read this over the vacation, which I still need to do my vacation reading log. I actually got through quite a bit of the manga that I took, so I'm pretty proud of myself. But Real Account was one of them, and I am loving this series. So I'll talk about that in my vacation reading log, which should be out hopefully within the next week. We'll see about that. But yeah, Real Account, loving it. Love these covers. They're all pretty nice. There's always blood splatter and stuff in the background and on the faces and stuff, so pretty cool. And then here's some of the artwork inside, which reading through the series, I actually really enjoyed the artwork. I thought it was really well done, and for an older teen series, it does get pretty graphic. So yeah, loving it. Can't wait to read more. All right, next up, here's the last of these boxes, these size. So I think I had about 3 of these. Yeah, 3 of them. So let's see what's inside of here. All right, so after taking out the Blu-rays, we're only left with 3 manga here, but they're great series. The first one here is Chainsaw Man Volume 3. I've been waiting for this one for the longest time. It's been out of stock, and I'm glad that I finally got it, because I think I'm going to be starting this series. I've been hearing a lot of great stuff, and there was recently a trailer for the first season of Chainsaw Man, and the trailer looked very interesting. I don't know what to expect from this series from that trailer, but looked pretty good. I like the art style. It is from MAPPA, which I personally love MAPPA. I don't understand the hate behind them with the latest season of Attack on Titan. I love the latest season, and I love the art style and everything. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to do a great job with Chainsaw Man, and I can't wait to get started on this one. Next one is one of my favorite shonen series right now, and it's Spy Family. This is another one that has gotten an anime adaptation that will be released later this year, I think. I'm actually not too sure when the anime will be released, but I'm sure that one is also going to be a great hit, because I've read the first 3 volumes and I love this series, especially Anya. She's so cute. She's my favorite character so far in this series. And here, this guy right here is Yours Brother. It's really funny, and at the moment I'm waiting for volume 6 so that I can just binge read the next 3 volumes in the series. But these covers are pretty nice. They're pretty simple, but they look really good, and this one is no different with Yours Brother on here. And then talking about awesome covers, you guys saw this one in my top 10 covers that I did recently, which if you guys haven't seen it, I'll put a link up here so you guys can take a look at that. But Twin Star Exorcist, I think unfortunately it did make it only into my honorable mentions, but I love all of these covers nonetheless. There was just a lot of Viz Media that has awesome covers, and Twin Star Exorcist is one of them. So here's volume 11. Here's the artwork inside, which is really good. I haven't started this series yet. Don't know when I will. I'm planning to read some other stuff right now, so I might not get into this one until maybe the end of the year or something. But I am still very excited. I've heard great things about the manga, not so much the anime. So we'll see what I think about this once I get started. All right, now we're moving into sort of a bigger box. This one's not as tall, but it is a little bit wider. It's pretty big, so I'm gonna unbox this one off screen. All right, so the reason that box was so big was because we have this deluxe edition of Hellsing. This is deluxe edition 3. So with this, I do have this series complete, which is really nice. This is my first deluxe edition that is complete, so it is complete on the shelf now. And these deluxe editions, man, I just love them. They're really nice quality, and the artwork just looks awesome on these. Let's go ahead and open it up just to show you guys some of the artwork. All right, you guys ready? And there it is. So looks really good in this bigger format. And I actually haven't read any of these deluxe editions yet, but now that this one is complete, I might get started with this one. But man, just look at this art style. It looks really good. For Hellsing, I actually also heard mixed things about this one, so we'll see what I think about it when I get started. Some people say it's a little bit confusing, hard to follow, but I do have the anime for this one as well, so maybe right after I'm done reading this, I will watch the anime just to see if that kind of helps out trying to understand the series. But yeah, the art style, man, just keeps getting... Whoops. All right, so I turned to a bit of spoiler territory there, so I'm gonna close the book up now, but you guys can see that the artwork does look really nice in these bigger format books. However, the covers for this one are pretty plain. I think from the 3 deluxe editions that are released so far from Dark Horse, Hellsing is actually my least favorite. It's still really nice. It's just between the other two. The other two just feel a lot nicer. On Berserk, the leather feels a little bit more rough, which I actually prefer. And the red text on Berserk does look to have some foil, so it has a little bit of a shine to it, whereas this one, it doesn't really have that shine. And for Blade of the Immortal, which is their most recent deluxe edition that they're currently serializing, I actually really like them because they have the cover of the paperback omnibuses in the center, in the front of those covers. So I thought they looked pretty nice. So yeah, Hellsing is my least favorite of the 3, but that's not to say that I still don't like these editions. They're still really nice. And in my opinion, they're the best editions of this series, and you should definitely pick these up if you're interested in getting Hellsing. So yeah, I'm gonna put this over here. And aside from Hellsing in that other box, we did also get 2 more volumes. These are from Vertical Comics. So we have Blood on the Tracks Volume 6, Shuzo Oshimi, loving him. I actually also read Flowers of Evil during my vacation trip, which, man, that was a book that I could not put down. So I'll talk about that one in my vacation reading log as well. But man, I'm loving Shuzo Oshimi. I think he's probably my favorite mangaka at the moment because his series, I just picked them up and I can't stop reading them. And I'm pretty sure Blood on the Tracks will be no different from what I've heard. So here's volume 6. Here's some of the artwork inside, which actually reminds me a lot of the Happiness artwork, which I love the artwork in Happiness. And this one here looks pretty good as well. So yeah, Blood on the Tracks volume 6. And then the next one here is Baken Monogatari Volume 9, which continues to release these amazing manga covers. I think all of the covers for this series have been great, and this one is no different, and especially with those purple tones, which you guys know I love. So this is definitely a contender for top 10 manga covers from Vertical Comics. So here's the front, here's the back, and here's some of the artwork, which is actually pretty good for this series. I've enjoyed what I've seen so far as the artwork goes for this one. So yeah, Bakemonogatari Volume 9. Again, this one, I don't plan to read it anytime soon, so we'll see when I get to this one. All right, guys. So we've made it to the last big box, which covers the whole screen. I can't even show you guys the box. But yeah, this one's big. So again, I will be unboxing this one off screen. And oh man, we got a lot of good stuff in here, but quite a bit too. So let's go ahead and get started. The first things on the top here are 2 Volume 2s, Aoharu Ride Volume 2 and Yona of the Dawn Volume 2. Awesome covers on both of these series. I already did my Viz Media, which none of these made it into my top 10. It's just not quite, I mean, these are beautiful covers, but just not to my liking. I prefer other type of artwork, but they are beautiful. Here's the back and some of the artwork. And then Yona of the Dawn, again, these are Viz Media, and the covers for this one are beautiful as well, but I only had like 2 or 3 volumes, and none of those quite stood out to me as much as the ones that did make it into my top 10. But this one here is a beautiful cover, Volume 2. Here's the back, which the back for this one I actually like more than the front. It looks really good. And then the artwork, again, artwork is actually very great in this series, so I need to get started on this one. It looks very interesting. I actually don't think I have Volume 1 though. Actually I do. I have Volume 1 and 2, and then I don't think I have 3. So I'm probably not gonna start on this one for a while. Moving on. Here are 2 that I've already shown. So we have Twin Star Exorcist Volume 22. Oh man, this is actually a really beautiful cover. Just look at that right there. So I'll zoom in so you guys can take a close look at this. Here's the back. Looks like somebody had a baby. Is this, I don't know if this is actually the last volume. It looks like it might be, but I'm not sure. I don't know. But let's move on with Chainsaw Man. Here's Volume 5. This is a cover that I actually mentioned that could have possibly made it into my top 10 list. And yeah, it is really beautiful. We have Chainsaw Man and some other guy there here in the front, and a bunch of colors. I love how the rainbow colors looks here on the cover. And then here's the back. And some of the artwork. Hey, I actually remember this from the trailer. They were in the water in the trailer, so I do remember that much. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, and I might need to make a new stack, so I'm gonna shift this over to the left, shift this over to the right, and that should be enough room to make a new stack right here. All right, so it looks like we have a bunch of pre-orders that finally made it. So I'm gonna kind of speed through these, but the first one here is Berserker of Gluttony, Volume 2. I haven't started this series, but I love the pink background. It looks pretty cool on this cover. Here's some of the artwork inside. Next up, the latest volume of Komi Can Communicate. Rightstuf did cancel my Volume 12, but thankfully I did pick up Volume 12 from a random trip that I made to Barnes & Noble, so I am still up to date on this one. And the covers are always beautiful on this one. I actually do enjoy the covers. Next up is We Never Learn, Volume 16. Another one that I haven't started, but I do plan on starting this one pretty soon, just because I've heard it's pretty similar to the Quintessential Quintuplets, which I love, so I do want some more of that. I'll probably get started on this once I'm actually done with the Quintessential Quintuplets. I'm just waiting for the last volume of that one, and then I'll get started on this one. And here's some of the artwork. Next up, we have volume 22 of One Punch Man. This cover, I don't know what to think about it. I guess Saitama is getting a little bit of recognition since they are making some toys of him. I don't know who this character is. I don't know if it's just a random character or what's going on here, but it is pretty strange. Not my favorite One Punch Man cover. But here's the back. The back I do love. We have Tornado here, which she's one of my favorite characters. And then, I mean, the artwork inside, I think everybody knows that the artwork is amazing on this series. Next up, Triad X, a series that I still haven't found volume 4 for. So if anybody knows where I can find volume 4, let me know, because I am still missing that one. And I have a gap and I don't like it. But here, volume 21, the most recent volume. This one is mature, so it is covered in plastic wrap. But the covers are really nice. I actually do like the covers for this series. Next up, Hinoaga Crush Volume 5. And this one I'm a little surprised that it has... Well, actually, you know what? I'm not too surprised, because the anime, I did watch it and it was pretty gory. So that's probably why it's covered in plastic wrap. I just don't remember the first 4 volumes of this one being wrapped in plastic wrap, but I could be wrong, and I don't know where they are, so I can't check right now. But anyways, Hinoaga Crush, I believe this is a sequel to Akame ga Kill. I like the anime, so that's why I'm picking up the sequel and the prequel, which is Akame ga Kill 0. I'm not picking up the main series just because I already watched the anime and I'm content just having watched the anime, but I do want to pick up the prequel and the sequel series. Next up is Dead Mount Death Play. This is one that I picked up a while ago, and I guess they're taking a while to release new volumes for this series. But volume 5, don't have too much other to say about this series because I haven't read it and I'm actually not too sure what it's about. But yeah, I am picking it up. It was one of the first series that I started picking up, but I just haven't gotten into it yet. And I've heard things are getting very good in this series, so I don't know if I should open it up in case I point to any spoilers, but I do want to show some of the artwork. So here's some of the artwork. I think that should be good enough to show. But yeah, the latest season, I think it's still ongoing, so I think I'm gonna watch that, and then once I'm done with that, I'll continue with the manga. I still don't know if I'm gonna read from volume 1 or if I should just continue from where the anime ends. But yeah, My Hero Academia, it's just a series that I've loved for the past couple of years, so yeah, that's why I'm picking up the manga. Next up, we got Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 10, everyone's favorite. I haven't seen it, but there are a few polls going on Instagram by Dragon Blee Peace on Instagram, and a character from this series, Gojo, he's been beating out a lot of favorites. He beat out Levi, and he even beat out Kuroyo Lucifer, which I thought was crazy. How could Gojo be better than Kuroyo Lucifer? But apparently he is, so I need to get into this series just to see what this Gojo character is all about. But anyways, here's volume 10. Not one of my favorite covers from Jujutsu Kaisen. I do have the rest of the volumes, and I do think this is one of the weaker ones. So yeah, this is one that I might get into pretty soon. And then finally, we got Gigant Volume 5. I'm gonna be reading this one as soon as I'm done recording this video, because I've been waiting for this one for the longest time. I've seen everybody on Instagram already reading this one. They all said it was great, so I finally got it and I will be reading it. So yeah, love this series. Definitely recommend it if you guys haven't checked it out. All right, next up is another favorite of mine, Sweat and Soap. Some people call this a seinen, other people call it a josei, but I guess it can really be considered both. It's for both older men and women. I think anyone can enjoy this one as long as you are of age. Some younger people might enjoy it as well, but I just feel that if you have worked a 9-to-5 office job, you might just enjoy this one a little bit more. And I don't think I've read volume 5 yet, so I have volume 5 and 6 to read. I'm kind of slacking on this series, but I do enjoy it, and I do need to jump back onto it because I am really enjoying this relationship between our two main characters, and I'm curious to see how their relationship progresses. All right, we got 2 more volumes to go through here, and this next one is Pokemon Adventures Volume 8. And I love this cover here because we have the final evolution form of all of the original starter Pokemon. We got Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard. And then in the background we have Red, and I think in this series they call him Green, not Gary. And then this girl over here, I'm not sure who that is, I don't know her name, but in the back, it is a pretty cool back here too. You have Blastoise, and then I think it's the same character. I think so, not too sure. But yeah, pretty cool, nice green background with all of the Pokeballs in the background as well. Here's some of the artwork that you can expect in here. Actually looks really good, and I grew up with Pokemon, so I definitely had to pick these up. I still need to get into this series, which I definitely will at some point, but yeah, pretty awesome additions too. These are the collector's editions. So let's put this one over here, and let's move on to the last manga, which I saved the best for last, or at least I think this one's the best one because it is a hardcover, and I am a sucker for hardcovers. And this is a new one, actually it's an older series that just got re-released in these awesome hardcover editions, and it is Fist of the North Star. And man, just look at this cover. It looks really nice. We got the main character here. I've never read or watched the anime for this series, so I don't know anything about it. This will be my first introduction into the series, and from what I've heard, I've seen a lot of first impressions reviews already, and people say it's pretty good, so excited to get into this one. Here's the spine, and the spine actually looks really nice. It'll look really awesome once we start to get more. Love the blood splatter here on the spine. And then here's the back, which we just have some manga panels here in the back. Looks pretty good. The artwork reminds me a lot of JoJo's, which I think JoJo's did get some inspiration from this manga, and I can definitely see the similarities between the two of them, especially with the artwork. I did kind of flip through them already, and the art style looks very similar to JoJo's. This guy here even kind of looks like Dio, but yeah. Awesome stuff here. Looks really good, so I can't wait to get into this series. Probably will try and read this one within the next month or so. So that was the final manga. This is my complete haul while I was out on vacation. Quite a bit of stuff. I don't even know how many volumes this is. Let's see if I can quickly count here. I estimate there's at least 30 volumes here. So yeah, pretty nice little haul here. Let me know what you guys thought about the haul. What was your favorite thing that I picked up? Are you guys picking any of these series up? Let's talk in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.